This program is brought to you by American Graduate, Getting to Work, funded by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting.
We've been taught that getting ahead in America means graduating with a 4-year degree. This show is about a different way of thinking. University degrees are only one way to secure a career. Forging your path, your career, and how to get there will show you 4 different pathways to great, stable, long-lasting careers. First up, we learn how certificate programs are helping young folks like Donovan McIntosh get into Columbus's most in-demand industries, like IT.
IT, the internet, computers run the world. They're in every industry right now, so you can fit in everywhere. So this is the perfect route to go. My name is Donovan McIntosh. I'm 28 years old, and I'm in the Goodwill CompTIA A+ program. It's basically an entry-level certificate to get your feet in the door. You learn about hardware, software, how to troubleshoot. There's a lot. 8 hours a day from 9 to 4, 3 months in total. And you do a boot camp before this. You got to commit to it like it's a day job. To actually complete your CompTIA A+ certification, you have to pass 2 tests, the 901 and the 902. These certificates will lead to a wider range of certificates, and you would just have to specialize in a certain area, like networking or security, and go down that path.
Pop it in, reconfigure the boot order, move to the installation disk, and then select repair your computer.
I would probably be working at a warehouse if I wasn't here actually trying to further myself into a career. As far as this program goes, it's absolutely free. Just bring yourself and your dedication, and you can make it work. I want to use the skills that I acquire here and help as many people as I can.
Donovan, awesome to see you again. It's been a while. And last time I saw you, we were at Goodwill Columbus, and you were just about to take your CompTIA A+ tests. So I have to ask you, how did it go?
It went great. I passed both tests on my first try, got my certificate through the mail.
So now what are you certified to do? What does that make you?
I'm a certified IT technician, repair computers, build computers.
What sort of doors did that open up for you?
Was that a trick question? A lot. A lot, honestly. Phone calls that I never thought I would receive, I started.
So where are we now?
Right now we're at Children's Hospital, and I'm loving my job. It doesn't feel like work.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you do and what this job title is?
Right now I work for the IS Center, the support center, as the on-site person. So I basically go on-site to the nurses, to the doctors, to the people in engineering. It's actually heartwarming when you see your efforts being put into work. It's different when you're fixing someone's computer, you're passing it off to a stranger, but now you're fixing a barcode scanner so a little kid can get their medication. That's a whole nother feeling.
Do you think you could do this job without the training that you got?
Honestly, no. It prepares you for the basic understanding of technology and of computers. Because if I didn't have the basic knowledge, everything else would seem so complicated when it's really not.
What is next for you? Are you done? Do you think you're going to kind of go back?
Oh yeah, no, I'm never done. Currently, I'm working on my Network Plus. So the Goodwill offers you a Network Plus and a Security Plus certification with CompTIA. You just have to keep going with it, but the network and security are online. So it's at a little slower pace, you know, and now with me working, but never stopping.
Can you always kind of go to the next level with IT stuff?
Of course, because technology changes every day. You have to stay current.
And what kind of excites you the most about IT and kind of staying in this?
How I can get a foothold, my own foothold, and leave my imprint on this world using technology and my life experiences and seeing how I can help as many people as possible.
Donovan, thank you so much for catching us up on what you've been up to today. We really appreciate it, and it's great to see you thriving in your new job. Thanks so much.
I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Like Donovan said, computers run the world, and computer skills are needed in every industry. Another huge need in our area is more visible. Think of the constant Columbus construction. Central Ohio needs workers in the building trades. Youth Build Columbus is a high school designed to reduce dropouts, helping students earn a high school diploma and certifications in construction, nursing, or manufacturing. When Youth Build connected with a community member to rebuild his home, one student, Trent Wolichowski, unknowingly stumbled into a future career.
When I first found out the story about what happened and why we was doing this, I thought, you know, it's always nice to give back to the community.
Youth Build USA started in Harlem in the 70s to help inner city students who were failing and getting lost in the system. From there, they were able to create a grant through the Department of Labor, and Youth Build Columbus was one of the first grantees in the state of Ohio.
We're a career tech high school. We teach construction, STNA. So it's something for kids who aren't going to college, something where they can transfer out of high school directly into a career.
One of our board members lives in the area, and he somehow knew about Bill, knew that Bill was living in the backyard here, and got us all together. We got a grant from Home Depot, and we went from there.
When we started on it, it was pretty much just like an abandoned house. If you look at the walls were nothing like this. The walls were probably just two roofings going up into each other, or like studs just going in and out of the walls.
When I came here, that siding was done, but the only thing in here was the framing and installation. So what I began doing is Mr. King had us fix any mess ups, because keep in mind this is our first experience with hands-on stuff.
This particular group, most of these students hadn't even seen, touched these tools that we used on this project.
We came in, like each step, he like showed us how to do it, walked us through it, and then he let us do it. It was like real hands-on, like we got to build the house instead of just watching.
My favorite step of the job was hanging the drywall. What we mostly had to do was measurements, of course, and keep in mind, all this stuff was donated. Everything's out of square, so it took a little bit more time, but as you can see, we got it done.
We are at the end of a year and a half. It's not been smooth sailing, for sure. Some of the hiccups have been a change of staff at Youth Build, and some of the donations that we take in don't always fit the blueprint, so we have to start over, scratch over, do it again, work it out.
I live in a neighborhood, I come by every other day, and just to watch just the transformation of, you know, the framing, the drywall, the work, and just the kids' expression as they were doing whatever. They just felt that they were contributing to help somebody, and this is just a result of that help. So that's a wonderful thing.
This is wonderful, the whole place. It's magnificent. It's magnificent.
It look like a cherry wood. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, that's very nice. Hey, I thank you, young man. I thank you. I thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure, man. Anytime we can help a veteran, it's always a win-win situation.
I thank you, sir. For all your help. And you, sir. Thank you for all your help. It just gets you the flooring in the kitchen and the bathroom. It's a beautiful place.
I could understand what he was going through, so it's just like, for me to help and come and make him a house, you know, it's just, you don't get a better feeling for stuff like that.
It feels good just knowing that what I'm doing, helping somebody else who didn't have it and needed it more than I did.
The personal side of it, I don't think we could have had a better fit with Bill. He has been eager to have this happen, but at the same time has treated us all with utmost respect and is always thanking us and shaking our hand, and it's been amazing and beautiful.
Wow.
Trent, it's great to be here with you today. Thanks for joining us. So you worked on the Hopkins house. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It was a great experience. It was a lot of fun because there was different things to do all around the house. You know, we had drywalling, we installed windows, the lights, the fixtures, the switches.
And that seems like a great experience, but also is that part of what helped you think, like, maybe I could do this as a job? When did you realize that?
SME actually came out to the house to work on it. And I was talking to the worker. He was working on the lights and the light switches, and I was having him show me how to do it. And he was telling me about the 4-year apprenticeship program. And I decided that's something I want to do. That's something I could do.
So what is your job title here?
I'm an electric apprentice. Well, that means I'm currently working towards becoming a journeyman, which is an electrician. It takes about 4 years to finish the program. And once that 4 years is up, you'll get your journeyman's license or, certification. And then after that, you can always progress and go up to superintendent or, project manager. There's so many different things you can do on top of that.
So you work with other people here. Do you mind telling me a little bit about them and how that sort of enhances your learning experience?
My boss, he's been in the field for a long time, so he really knows what he's doing. If I mess up on something, he'll let me mess up, and then he'll come back and show me how it's actually supposed to be done.
So what's your favorite thing about working here?
My favorite thing about working here is the variety of what we do. We're not doing the same thing every day. We learn something new every day, and it's just a great work environment.
And what's your goal? Let's say in 5 years, where do you see yourself?
In 5 years, I see myself as a journeyman and working on becoming something more than a journeyman,
What's your ultimate goal?
I'd like to own my own company one day, but we'll see what happens.
Do you think you would be here without Youth Build?
If I didn't go to Youth Build, I probably would have never knew anything about Settlemeter Electric.
Trent, it's been a pleasure talking with you. Thanks so much, and best of luck on your new chapter as an apprentice.
Thank you.
Yeah, great talking to you. Thanks.
Great talking to you.
The building trades also provide an opportunity for growth, which involves going through an apprenticeship, as Trent explained. His apprenticeship through Independent Electrical Contractors is a non-union, open-shop company. After 4 years, he'll receive a journeyman certificate. But what happens if you have no experience with building trades, but know that's the career you want to pursue? Building Futures, now supported by the Columbus Urban League, is a pre-apprenticeship union-based program that introduces participants to the wider world of construction work.
I was in the streets like most kids. I grew up, I seen everybody selling drugs, making good money, and that's the lifestyle I wanted to live. A few years of traumatic experiences. My cousin was killed in my house. Some of my people tried to come rob me and kill him. My dad died the next year, and then my nephew was killed by the police in 2016. And that right there just told me, there's more in life worth living for. And just made me just start taking my last nephew and really getting him under my wing to do something legal and understand the importance of building wealth and assets, doing the legal way. When you're young, you don't know, like you said, you don't know what you want to do. So at times I thought school was for me, times I'm like, nah, school ain't for me. I was already headed into the construction trades, I just didn't know how. I didn't know the angles, I didn't know nobody to put me into it. So Building Futures is actually bridging the gap that a lot of people in minorities have.
Everybody think when they say electrician, they think it's all one thing. It's not, because y'all went through it, you went through it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You gotta learn how to cut out the things you don't need to get the things you want. And that's what Building Futures is all about. It helps the kids realize that it's a need for trades. You're doing a service to yourself by learning something you can use for yourself, regardless if you're working or not. And it's so simple to learn it once you get the right training. And that's what these kids is missing. They're missing people to look out, mentor them, and teach them how to, you don't gotta be in the streets to make good money. main thing in the trades is to know how to read a tape measure. You can read a tape measure, you can do so much. The rule is measure twice, cut once. So you always double check yourself, your work come out good, and have pride about your work. 4 or 5 years, you're a journeyman, making $1,000 to $1,500 a week. You can afford to pay for your family, school, anything else you need. I think it's personally better than taking on $100,000 in loans, having to worry about paying that back for the rest of your life. They call it a brother and a friend. They get their brother in the friend zone before anybody else from the outside. So by distancing certain people into it, now they had a chance to bring their brother and their friend. Like I brought my nephew and my other nephew that's graduating today. My nephew makes $15, $16 fresh out of high school. He hasn't complained yet, and he's not in the streets. And he goes to work every day, goes to class. He's thinking about buying houses. This is a lot of things that kids at 19, 20 years old are not even thinking about. So if I, Franklin County, Impact, Building Futures can get these kids out the streets and into this program, I think we can help start some of the better community for ourselves. What you learn from one person, you're supposed to give it to the next, free of charge, especially if you got it for free.
Leland, it's really awesome to see you again.
It's been a while, but it is great to see you as well.
Do you mind just starting by telling us, what is Building Futures?
Yeah, no problem. Building Futures is a pre-apprenticeship program offered by the Electrical Trade Center in conjunction with the Columbus Building and Construction Trades and Franklin County Jobs and Family Services and the Franklin County Board of Commissioners. I don't want to leave them out. But it is actually a 12-week program that is designed to get people back into the pipeline of the skilled trades. And so we offer, kind of basic construction skills training, basic professional skills, and things that individuals would need to know if they wanted to progress into one of the skilled trades.
So why do we need pre-apprenticeships?
Well, we need pre-apprenticeships because the pipeline of individuals that were looking to go into the trades kind of dried up a little bit. We faced a recession in 2008, and the building trades were kind of hit hard by that. And so I think as individuals, we stopped looking at that as a pathway to a career, but also as a society, we kind of downplayed that. So you don't see the opportunities to learn things in the career centers or in schools like you used to. There's not really any shop classes or things that were available to people to kind of get their feet wet.
Do you mind giving me an example? Like what kind of trades are we talking about here?
So we definitely have the trades that most people think of: electrician, plumber, carpenter, but there's painters, there's roofers, there's concrete workers, mason workers, operating engineers, which are the guys that drive the big vehicles out there. There is the elevator workers, sprinkler fitters, which are the people that kind of do the fire suppression in the different buildings. And one of the cool things about Building Futures is when we bring people in, oftentimes individuals think they want to just be a carpenter or a plumber because that's all they've ever heard of. And the cool thing about Building Futures is we expose them to all these other trades that maybe they haven't heard of. One of the great things about Building Futures is that there's so much cooperation from all the trades. It's actually what makes the program unique nationwide.
Do you mind just telling me about the need for this and the response that you've gotten over the years? And Building Futures started in 2000 and...
It just started in 18.
Yeah,
okay. 2018.
And since then?
It's really taken off. Our graduation rate for the class is 85%, and our placement rate is 88%. The need is there, though, just based on the economics of the city of Columbus and really what we're looking at nationwide. One, there's a shortage in people in the skilled trades. We have a lot of people that are retiring, and then there's a huge amount of work. I mean, there are billions of dollars of contracts just in Columbus, and we need to make sure that we have people that can work on those jobs so that our infrastructure continues to be what it should be.
Right, and this is something that you know, obviously, and you work in this and you think about it, but why are jobs so important?
If you ask people what is their biggest stressor or what is causing the biggest issues, it usually relates back to just being able to take care of their basic needs, being able to put a roof over their heads, or being able to provide food and clothing for their family. We want to provide a pathway to the middle class. We're not looking to just give people jobs. We want people in careers where they make a living wage, where they have benefits. It's really a program that benefits the entire community. We don't want to have people working 2 or 3 jobs just to make ends meet. We want to put people in a position where they're in a career path that they can feel good about, that pays them a living wage where they can take care of their families.
Leland, thanks so much for joining us here.
Oh, no problem, Tasia. Thank you for supporting the program and continuing to get the word out in the community for us.
We've talked about certificates, high school programs, and apprenticeships, but another path to good jobs does involve college. It's a 2-year degree. This path is often cheaper and involves on-the-job training that gives you a sense of what your interests are, as Erica Miller, Technician 1, found while attending school at Columbus State.
I'm Erica Miller. We're here at Stanley Electric in London, Ohio, where I work, and I graduated from Columbus State with a degree in electromechanical engineering technologies. Welcome to Stanley. I'm a maintenance technician. I work on the machines that produce our lighting at Stanley, so screw machines, all the robots. Our facility does most of our production for Honda. We make headlights and taillights, and then we have other lighting, such as like the little light that goes for your license plate. Troubleshooting is essentially problem solving, getting down to what's wrong with the machine. We have a rough idea of what's going on. We ask the operators and the people around the machine that run it every day what's going on. And then from there we can trace down the problem to what exactly is happening and why it's happening. Sometimes it's not returning back to the original position, sometimes something gets stuck, and then if it's a reoccurring problem, we obviously haven't traced it down far enough. So we'll go back later and try to troubleshoot even more and get to the absolute root cause. Through Columbus State, we've had other girls graduate in the electromechanical program. I'm the first one that went through the co-op program and graduated with the degree and the co-op experience. So there was a little bit more pressure on me to actually continue and finish my co-op experience. Don't get discouraged. There's definitely a spot out there for you, and you just have to find out where that spot is. And if you have an interest in it, go to one of these 2-year colleges and take a course or 2. You'll find out pretty quick if it's something you enjoy or not. And if it's something you enjoy, you can make a career out of it. There's so many jobs out there right now that are hiring and looking for employees, especially in the central Ohio area.
Erica, it's great to see you. We're here a year and a half later at Stanley Electric, and you have some really good news.
I got a promotion, so I'm now a Tech 2 instead of a Tech 1. Technician 1 is a lot of figuring out what's going on, and then Technician 2, you pretty much have a good idea of what's going on, and then you're training the Tech 1s and helping them out as they need it, and then it just progresses up the line. Here at Stanley, we have 5 tech levels, so I'm on the 2nd one. I've got several more to go, and then as the tech levels increase, you get more and more knowledge and more responsibility with that knowledge. And as you move up with the tech levels, salary increases a little bit each time.
Thinking back on your education and your experience at Columbus State in the electromechanical engineering program, right? What was the biggest takeaway that you took into this new job?
Through the co-op program, you spend a year taking full-time classes at Columbus State. It's evident real fast if this is something you're going to like or not, because you take a lot of engineering classes really quickly to try to get you through. It's 3 work days and 2 school days, so that's 5 days a week.
At what point in your co-op experience were you certain this is what I want to do?
To be honest, it took several months. I was very questioning when I first started up at Honda. I was in a department full of men, and I worked mostly with guys that were my dad's age, because by the time they get to first shift, they have to have seniority. They saw me as a kid, because for most of them I was their kid's age. I got a little bit more confident with what I was doing, and the people on first shift started to really accept that more.
If somebody in your field, or maybe they don't even know they want to go into this field yet, but they're kind of interested and they like to work with their hands and they're really excited about kind of tinkering with things like you were, what would you tell them about a possibility like in this field?
This is definitely a growing field. You know, we're getting more and more industry in Central Ohio. Amazon's moving, all sorts of different companies are converging. It's not just Honda suppliers anymore. There's all sorts of food and automotive, and you need some experience to get your foot in the door often. So getting that degree, getting that certificate, getting experience at a company, you know, that's helpful. The co-op program's great because it gets you a year's experience with a very reputable company.
What is it that keeps you coming to work every night and keeps you motivated?
There's definitely some troubleshooting and stuff that I really enjoy. I like the problem solving. I like looking at a situation and going, okay, why isn't this working? What's wrong with this? No day is ever the same. You know, you come into different issues, you come into different problems, and working through those and figuring out how to solve them is really fun.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So I hope to progress up the levels here at Stanley, and I'm not sure where I'll be in 5 years. I probably won't be a Tech 5, but hopefully above a Tech 2.
Erica, this has been wonderful. Thanks for meeting with me again a year and a half later, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
These are only a few pathways to good jobs, but we hope it widens your knowledge of ways to get into the working world and find success. For more information on these pathways and other local opportunities, visit wosu.org/American Graduate and check out our podcast Rivet, which looks at different ways of getting to work. Thanks for joining us.